We know that electricity started in Africa, in Egypt, and the Africans in Egypt were already in the science of electricity for thousands of years. I know some of you Africans won't believe this about your ancestors because you're told that nothing good ever came out from your ancestors. But let me tell you something. The land Egypt, which is well known as Kemet, which means the land of the blacks, was also the land of chemistry, the land of science, medicine, and astronomy. Now, in the year 1798, the French military general Napoleon Bonaparte came to Egypt with 167 scientists and technicians to accompany him to study the science and technology of the ancient Egyptians. Because you must understand that during this period, the Europeans took a lot of the ancient works and sciences of the Egyptians. They dug up the remains of our mummified ancestors and stole their precious jewelries. In fact, this was the reason why they built the museums in France and the British museums, because they needed to store all the things they stole from Egypt and other places in Africa like Benin. Now, Count Volta, the man who claimed to discover the first electric battery, is going to study science after seeing all the great science and technology stolen from Egypt by Napoleon. Count Volta is not the one who invented the electric battery. We know, and we have a great amount of information, that the African Egyptians had the ability to create electricity. Now, the ankh you see in many of the natures or neteru, what we erroneously call the Egyptian gods and goddesses, were actually a lamp of electricity. The evidence can be found in the book titled The African Origin of Electromagnetism by Non-Ankh Amen. The research carried out in this study was massive. You see, the ankh, which many of you call cross, is not a cross, but the key of life, and it is also connected to the origins of electromagnetism, particularly electricity. We know and we understand this very well. Now, Count Volta is credited as the man who invented the electric battery, and this battery is the jet pillar. I will explain. The jet pillar is in a place in Egypt they call Dendera, and Dendera is the temple of Hathor or Het-Heru in Egypt. Now, the battery invented by Volta was actually the jet pillar that the ankh was put on to recharge the lights in the ankh. The jet pillar was the actual recharger for the ankh itself as lights, and Count Volta came back to tell you that he was the one that invented the battery, and Napoleon Bonaparte accepted it.